Alright, welcome back, guys. I'm still here. If you guys aren't new here, I'm still in that exact same area, except now I have this little bend in the river with some log jams by it. It might be too fast, but we'll see. But I have some cut bait and I'm looking for some big fish. So hopefully the next thing you guys see is me on some big fish. On a side note, before I get started here, there's no reason to be uncomfortable or sitting in the grass letting stuff crawl up your legs when you're bank fishing. So I couldn't help myself. I didn't film it because it would have been really hard to film myself, but here. Y in the ground, Y in the ground up against the back of that Y in the ground up against the back of that Y. Green sticks on top of a hardwood piece. There's a bench. Okay, so I was just screwing around. Seeing if there was a hole over here. I got me an eater. Yeah, this guy got some vicious points. I don't know if I should. I'll let the first one go. But I was right. This is a good spot. Okay, so I think that guy came out from underneath that tree. I need to get a rod holder. Alright. Big bait, big fish. Oh, I got a bite over here on the worm. Oh, look at that. More cut bait. I think he's got it. He's way downstream. Oh, he got off. I think that's too small of a hook. I think we're gonna switch it out. I think I got that one. Hit it like a ton of bricks. Well, that's a perfect eater. Man, that's tempting. Some reason I get a bunch that size. If I start doing that, I'll keep them. decided to change it up to that bluegill while he's still alive, because what I'm fishing for likes to hunt their food. Okay, it's been a while. Bluegill wasn't doing anything, so I cut his head off. Got him. I switched it to a J-hook and a night crawler. It's pretty strong, whatever it is. Oh, it's because it's not a catfish. Holy crap, that's big. Yeah, there. That is a big smallmouth. I wonder if that's what was pecking at my frickin' cut bait. This guy's been caught a couple times. He looks kind of fat to me, does? What do you guys think? Think he's kind of fat? All right, bug. Go hide somewhere else. All right, well, that makes me wonder. I bet you that smallmouth was pecking at my freaking cut bait. So there's like a log jam over here, and I'm casting in front of it because there's a hole. And I was getting tons of bites on my cut bait, but I couldn't get a good hookup. And then I threw that J hook in there with a freaking night crawler on it, and there you go. That's why you keep J hooks around. Well, if that worked, I'm gonna try it again. But hopefully this time I get a catfish. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Alright guys, I'm gonna put a chunk of cut bait on my slip bobber rod. This spot, this tree right here, I had one more good bite by it, and I don't think I got it on film, but I was fishing with the J hook with a tiny chunk, like a little piece of chunk bait, and I think I got something really big on, and it ran me all the way up underneath the tree, and then when I was reeling it in, it was fighting really hard, felt really heavy, and then it straightened out my hook. I thought those were some really heavy duty J hooks, but apparently they're not. So that's unfortunate, but I know there was some catfish in the pool over there, and there might be some big ones up there now because I haven't been over there in a while. So I'm gonna fish it with the cut bait on the way back, and talk to you guys up at the truck if I don't catch anything. All right guys, back up at the truck. The cut bait underneath the slip bobber didn't do it. I did get the one bite. I don't think I showed you guys that. It would have been kind of pointless, but I got a bite right away when I dropped it in the water. I think something just hit it because they thought it was like a minnow or something like that. But I got a bunch of catfish and that ragged smallmouth that must have been, I think I fed that smallmouth really well. I think he ate a bunch of cut bait, and yeah, he had a nice fat tummy by the time I caught him. So how many of you guys, comment below, how many people, what's the weirdest thing you've caught on cut bait besides turtles? I don't want to hear about turtles. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's quick little secondary video. This is actually the second part of a single trip out here, and I'll just make part 1, part 2. So if you guys haven't seen part 1, you need to see it. That was fun. I started the day off crazy, and then I did what I wanted to do. I started catching catfish, but I was actually chasing a big fat flathead, which I think that's what straightened out my hook, because I got a good bite on a little chunk of cut bait. I set the hook, buried the hook in him, and then he proceeded to just run away while I cranked my drag down and straighten out my hook like it was nothing. So there's a lesson to me. Don't overfight a fish. But the thing was, is he was running into the the log jam, so there was no way I was going to get him out of there otherwise. But hopefully in the not too distant future I can find myself a big fat flathead. I gotta catch one. That's a goal for this season. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Obviously if you're not new here, you know what's up, but if you are new, could you please just remember to